Oh my God, guys, this is bad. Oh my God, we're all going to die. This is really, really bad, guys. Oh my God. We all should just drop out of the stock market and go live under a rock. It's over. It's done. I'm closing out stock trades. It's over. It's over. We can't do this anymore, right? So ultimately, a lot of people have been saying inflation has been increasing, and we are pretty much, it's over. We have no more stock market. We're dead. And ultimately, that's it, right? So let's go ahead and let's debunk this, okay? Let's go ahead and use data, and let's go ahead and use our brain to think this through. So overall, this is the February CPI report. I have a sophisticated data analysis that unfortunately I can't show you. But I can kind of show you from here because it derives from this analysis. So overall, if you look at the unadjusted 12-month end for February CPI, because we're in March, so this is February, you can see shelter's up, transportation is up by 9, and medical care services along with other things. I wanted to just basically tell you here that there is a residual increase from January CPI to February. Ultimately, if you look at airfare, CPI is saying that airfare prices are increasing. And you have many people that are beating the drums saying inflation is coming back, inflation is coming back, inflation is coming back. But if you go ahead and look at airfares in terms of what's been reported, you can see that South America to North America, airfares have dropped by 11%. North America to Central America, airfares have dropped by 7.8%. North America to Asia, it's dropped another 7.5%. And we believe that this drop is going to continue happening. You may have noticed this probably within your own travels. So what am I basically trying to tell you here? If you go ahead and watch free news and free news media, you're going to get misled, right? You're So I feel sorry for folks that that's all the access they have, but I do believe that this just one CPI report doesn't make sense. And it's a residual. If you look at and do statistical analysis, every time we have a hot January CPI report, we have a hot February report. So overall, here are my thoughts. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to do these clickbait videos. I just did it right now. I don't believe that we're dying. I think we're okay. And ultimately, the Federal Reserve, I believe they are going to be cutting interest rates this year. In terms of trying to figure out when they going to cut, I don't play that game. I'm just saying I know that they're going to cut this year. Because if they weren't going to cut, I would be pretty surprised why the bank sector is actually doing really good, right? So ultimately, I think, especially regarding commercial banking, commercials like a commercial bank problem that's happening now. And if you look at your regional banks, they're doing pretty good. And it's because they're anticipating that the Federal Reserve is going to be dovish. Now, they may not make sense to you. Just put everything I put on chat. Just put everything, my transcripts of this YouTube video on ChatGPT, and maybe it can explain it better. But ultimately, I don't think inflation is back. I think it's just one report. I think the report's wrong, and it's a residual report from last month. I think airfare is dropping, and I think a recalibration in auto insurance is going to take into effect as car prices have gone down, and there's a lagging effect. And I believe inflation is dropping very fast. So that's my thing. In terms of CLOV, so today it's not doing well because overall the market consensus is not doing well. And ultimately, I would say Renaissance Technology is probably going to be doubling down. And yeah, at this point now, we have to show, they have to prove that they're going to be EBITDA profitable. I am not scared of this company going bankrupt, so I could care less about these prices. But there's going to be people that do, and there's going to be people that care because they're, they think that when they invest, they have to check the farm every single day. Versus for me, I'm trying to increase my income. I am going to become a doctor. I'm going to apply to neurosurgery next year. I'm doing my nonprofit, and I'm letting the money work for me. So I'm not really going to monitor this a lot because it's when you analyze a company, you analyze it every 3 months, right? You get the earnings, you analyze it. I do, and I will say that the annual 10K report came in today. So I'm going to be looking through that. I haven't looked at it yet because it just came out. But my stock market group has already been opening it up and going through it. And I'm very, very happy that we have these types of motivated people in our group. But overall, in terms of inflation, I think we're fine. Now, Tesla is interesting. I need to go ahead and do a little bit more technical analysis. It did broke down some descending wedge. We're gonna have to figure it out what's going on with Tesla. But ultimately, the analyst that did the downgrade, I think his track record is not that great, but we'll figure it out and we'll see. And our one of the stocks that we have on our watch list or on our stock picks, SMCI, it's up 300% this year, and up 1,000%, 10x in a year. And we've mentioned this on the channel as well. So I'm very happy that we our SMCI stock is doing good. So lots of great stocks. One in particular, and this is also on our list, is Wingstop. Wingstop has done really well this year, 37% increase. This is part of our portfolio hedging modeling system. I think all those stocks are doing well. Our picks this year have been really well. And yeah, just CLOV needs to go ahead and find itself that profitability, and we'll definitely get there. So all in all, guys, I hope this was a good update video regarding inflation. I'm not that surprised. I think it's still inflation is dropping hard, and these are just noises. And I believe the Fed is going to be more dovish than what the market expects. I don't think this is sticky inflation. I disagree with you, and watch the video explaining why I disagree. Okay, it's saying airlines are increasing when airline prices are actually dropping, right? Anyway, follow the data, follow the science, and I will see you on the next one.